Hey guys, I'm Lisa, and a part of my team is Alex, Justin, Joel, Ting Ting, Henry, and David. Today we'll be addressing the question, how can a North American manager with 3 years of experience in our organization manage a relationship with a new Asian partner? Alright, so our target audience will be young professionals that are interested in doing business abroad and also looking to bridge the communication gaps that organizations encounter when managing a team of people from different cultural backgrounds. Alright, it's pretty clear that Canada is one of the most multicultural countries in the world. This places great importance on us as the managers to understand how to effectively manage a diverse team. Alright, with this, we'll be looking at a set of scenarios where we'll look at how different cultures take different approaches to doing business when being compared to Western cultures. I also suggest you guys listen up because we may or may not be testing you guys on this material afterwards.
So, Alexandria, we'll see you now.
Thank you.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Good to see you too.
How have you been?
Very good. Bit of a gloomy day out there, eh?
It is. It's supposed to get sunny later on.
I hope so.
Well, anyways, let's get straight to business.
Yes.
So this is the contract that we have for you. You can feel free to look it over and just sign it when everything's good.
Great. Looks good to me. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Pleasure doing business with you.
All right, we'll have a business lunch sometime.
Well, yes, let's do that. So in North American business, greetings are usually pretty brief and start with a firm handshake and eye contact. So when I came in, shook hands, and got right into some small talk about the weather.
Yeah, so in North American business practices, the small talk usually is just exchanging pleasantries. And the reason that it's simply just pleasantries is because we tend to keep the social interactions casual and easygoing. This is because the North American business practices tend to generally separate work and business. This is to avoid crossing boundaries. So as a result, we keep personal out of the workplace. Also, small talk for the North American business practices, people are concerned with speed and efficiency, so that's why small talk is kept to a minimum. And after the small talk, you kind of just get straight down to business.
Yeah, so as you'll notice, it was kind of exaggerated in our little skit there with how quickly I signed the contract. But people in North American business are usually very busy, very rushed, very go, go, go. So they don't want to waste time, they want to get right into it and get into the nitty-gritty. Less formal conversation and talking about things outside of work is usually saved for outside of the workspace. So anything about personal relationships, usually that takes place after the meeting or somewhere else. And so just to close off, this is how we say goodbye.
Yeah, we ended our little meeting with mentioning how we should go for lunch sometime, and we just want to explain that even though we suggested meeting for lunch, it was kind of an empty invitation. This is because it was more of a courtesy than a sincere invitation, and also it suggests like the end of the meeting.
Yeah, it's great. It's
I know
Yesterday we tried.
Yeah, and recently I know a new sushi restaurant will open, so I think you will like it.
Yeah, I would like to try. Maybe we can try it tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, Henry's not here today.
Henry?
Yeah.
He is prepare our contracts. And I think I will see if he finished it.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Hi, David. We are back.
Hi, Henry. Yeah,
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Yeah.
Okay.
Please sit down. How's the family life?
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, the hotel you choose for me is pretty good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
How is your daughter's university studies?
Yeah, I think she love here, and yeah.
Nice to hear that. Did you go play golf yesterday? Were you golfing?
Yeah, I tried. The golf is also good here.
Yeah, it is. The weather isn't too good at the moment, but well, it sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Well, we had this business deal. Do you remember we talked on the phone? Yeah. Yeah, so I have the contract here, so please take your time with the contract and go through. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If somebody considers you, do you have anything that look? I think it's pretty much the same which we have already discussed beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good, like.
Yeah.
As we talked before.
Yeah, I included all the details there.
Pretty good, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you remember that we have a dinner tonight?
Absolutely, I'm already prepared for that.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Do you know the way there?
Maybe you can message me later.
Yeah, I will send the address to you so you know.
Sure.
Take a cab and I can pay for it.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thank you so much. And nice to see you again.
Thank you. As you saw in the previous American Asian business meeting, relationship building is really important for Asian people, especially on personal level, to be a reliable business partner. As a senior manager in the firm, I already know what are the cultural differences because I have experience with global clients. He is one of my oldest clients. I already have a history of doing business with him for the past many years. And for example, having a dinner together shows that I'm continuously strengthening our relationship. And for example, paying also for the cab shows that I want to really invest in our relationship and build it on a personal level.
So at the same time, through our previous American Asian business meeting, you can see there's not much difference with the American business meeting, because with the globalization, there's not much difference between each culture, especially in the business meeting. And at the same time, Asian clients also are focused on the final deals, focus on find the final deal from the higher manager. That's important to the Asian clients as well.
And based on the scenario, David, Henry, and we are friends. When we do a business with others, first we need to know what is the person's personality. For example, what kind of person can we choose to do business? For our one is being honest, and other is stingy. Based on the offer same quantity product, I think everyone will choose the first one to do business. The fact-forward side, everyone would like to build a strong relationship with honest people, and this relationship also can offer positive influence on business. So it is important to build interest on personal relationship, because on a trusted relationship, the trust relationship make business more success.
Globalization has universalized the way business works today, meaning that cross-cultural differences have decreased. It is important for managers to understand these differences and know how to address them. So the knowledge that we are transferring to our audience today, which can help them in closing communication gaps that organizations encounter when working with diverse business clients, are to always be open-minded, because what might be considered a norm in one's culture may differ in another's culture. This goes with the concept mentioned in class about having a fluid perspective on intelligence rather than a fixed view. Secondly and lastly, be accepting of different cultures and always be willing to adapt to them. Through these scenarios, we've begun to understand that even the slightest differences can impact a business relationship, and that younger managers must take this into consideration as they begin to grow in an organization. So don't forget about our quiz that will be taking place in class, and thank you for watching our presentation.